Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
Boxing fans have every reason to complain in 2024. Between pay-per-view prices, Ryan Garcia's positive steroid test, and the sport's ceaseless struggle to make compelling fights, there hasn't been much to appreciate. Yes, Alexander Usyk briefly became the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis in 2000, but within weeks of his dramatic win over Tyson Fury, the Ukrainian icon was forced to relinquish his IBF belt due to the same procedural nonsense that has plagued the sport for years. What boxing needs, according to arguably the best pound-for-pound pugilist in the world, is the best fighting the best. I feel as though boxing should dig up certain fights that should be made instead of saying, oh, this guy, he don't sell pay-per-views, or this guy not ready, or this guy didn't perform well in his last fight, undefeated Terence Crawford told DailyMail.com while promoting his August 3rd junior middleweight debut against Israil Madrimov. Fighters should fight each other, and the best in the division should fight the best in the division. And Crawford isn't just talking about divisional matchups. Asked if he thinks a potential bout between himself and undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez was doable, the 36-year-old did not hesitate. I definitely think that's a realistic fight. I think that fight can definitely happen, and we shall see. I think I can sell out anywhere, he continued. I don't think it matters what state we fight in. I think the fight sells itself. The two would have no shortage of options. Aside from Las Vegas, boxing's commercial epicenter, they could choose at T Stadium outside Dallas, where Alvarez has previously been a major draw, or take a lucrative potential offer from Saudi Arabia. Even Los Angeles, where Crawford will face Madrimov next month, is a viable option for a massive pay-per-view event. The point is, Crawford-Canelo is the kind of once-in-a-lifetime bout that can generate monumental revenue, define careers, and help end boxing's current funk. But Crawford, 40-0, can't afford to look too far down the road just yet. Bud, as he's known, says his main focus is August 3rd and Madrimov, a 10-0-1 29-year-old from Uzbekistan and the current WBA super welterweight champion. I think his movement, his power, his size, his durability, his own unorthodox movements make him different, Crawford said when asked to measure Madrimov against some of his other challengers. All those things go hand in hand to make him different than some of the fighters that I've seen. The danger is that Crawford has been out of the ring since July 29 of 2023, when he earned a 9th-round TKO win over Errol Spence Jr. in a welterweight title unification bout. Of course, Crawford doesn't necessarily see ring rust as a problem. I think ring rust can play in two factors, Crawford said. It can be good for a fighter, 'cause his body is rested up. Or it can go against him. His timing will be off because he hasn't been in the ring in some time. Asked which way it will go for him against Madrimov, Crawford did not hesitate, I'm good. Besides, the ring rust isn't entirely his fault. Crawford wanted to have a busier 2024, but despite a lengthy back-and-forth with Spence's team, a rematch never came to fruition. I would have liked to be busier prior to this, but stipulations happened with the contract with me and Spence that led me to know being able to be as busy as I would like to be, Crawford said. But, you know, the future is bright and looking forward to being busier. As always, Crawford remains patient with a business that can sometimes feel like an unregulated black market. But even though he describes himself as a victim of the industry, someone who has sued former promoter Top Rank and who believes he has been passed over for major bouts in the past, Crawford isn't ready to call it quits. He's excited about his ascent to super welterweight, saying there are a lot of fighters moving up from 147 to 154, which is making the division more competitive. At the same time, there's not a lot of champions, he says, making the division one of the more wide open in boxing. Asked if he needs to be stopped in the ring before he considers retirement, Crawford demurred. Of course I can't box forever, he said. Time will be tell, you know? Crawford said he hasn't discussed the decision with